We're here at the Lainey's Luck Thrift Store just north of the 417 on Bank Street. And I came in here a few months ago and was really impressed with the business model where you were getting in bulk different items and putting them in bins for people to sort through and diverting from landfill, diverting from overseas waste. I guess, would you like to introduce yourselves first?
Hello, I'm Sam.
I'm Jamil.
What gave you the idea to start a store here, then start with this business model?
It all started with my hobby with vintage clothing that turned into me picking at a big warehouse in Toronto. And we realized that there was so much stuff and so much possibility with the amount of stuff we were seeing in the warehouse that we decided to not do by piece, but to do it by the pound, which is how we buy it, so that we could actually open a store instead of just selling online. So that's basically kind of how it started.
Yeah, it's a great location, right next to the number 6 bus route and right next to the 417.
Yeah.
You probably get a lot of foot traffic here.
We do.
Yeah, Bank Street's been like a huge boon to the business. I don't think we would have made it this far if we weren't like located on like a high street.
Yeah, and there are a few other vintage stores in the area, so people sort of have a route.
I know the ones up a little bit closer to the Glebe.
Yeah.
I've got actually my boots from Ragtime Vintage.
Nice.
And my shirt and pants are from here.
Hey, excellent.
Nice.
I made sure that I had them ready to wear because I thought it would go well with the conversation. But that's actually one of the things I was so happy about was actually, I quit smoking about a year ago, and since then I've put on a bunch of weight. So I had to come in here and look for some clothes because I was running out of pants that would fit me. And I was able to find 2 pairs of pants and 2 shirts, and I think it cost me like $20.
Yeah,
and
nice. Yeah.
it's a really good deal, and it was really nice stuff. It wasn't worn out. It wasn't there weren't a lot of holes or anything weird or worrisome about it. I'm a big proponent of thrift stores, textile waste, and just the cost of textiles lately, especially if you go with new stuff or anything brand name, which I try to avoid personally.
Yeah.
But it's textile waste is one of the biggest problems in the environment and in the world right now.
Yep.
I find, and I've watched a lot of documentaries about the production of, one that comes to mind specifically is River Blue. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
Heard about it, yeah. About the jeans? Was it
yes,
that
the
one?
blue jeans, yes. Acid wash blue jeans.
Yeah, I've seen bits of it, yeah.
And it's
just the amount of energy and the pollutants that go into it and what the result of it is, and also it's just toxic for the people who work.
Yeah, you see mountains of clothes that have been shipped overseas to the point where it looks like a literal mountain.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really sad.
So if you come into the store, you'll see that there's, on the left side of the store, there's a bunch of bins of different types of clothes. You want to just tell me some of the stuff that you have sorted here that people can come and find?
All right, so we have leggings and sweatpants, hoodies and T-shirts, more sports stuffs like shorts and running tops and actually hockey jerseys, baseball jerseys, soccer jerseys, all of that. Mask and feminine pants. We've got dresses, skirts, shorts, some denim. All of this stuff is in bins, some button-up shirts, and it's all $6.99 a pound. And a lot of the stuff on the racks, which are a bit heavier, or things that were delicate, we've got them on racks now. And they're all $6.99 a pound as well, aside from a few things that we've picked out that are special to me.
Yeah, even the individually priced items, right, look like $5, I believe, something like that. There's some really good prices here.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you go to the one I hate now, the Value Village. They've had to put up signs telling people that they're not actually a charity. I bet they got in trouble for that. But
yeah, we're trying to keep it accessible. We're trying to keep the prices low enough, high enough that we can survive.
Exactly.
But low enough that we're inclusive for the community.
It's really helpful.
Yeah.
A lot of people have trouble finding exactly what they need, and if you look at the price of everything lately. It's been very inaccessible, especially for lower income, fixed income individuals that they have to use the same things for years on end until... I'm a big proponent of mending your stuff, but not everybody has the ability or is accessible to the equipment needed to do that, or even has the time.
Yeah.
We started a bargain bin.
Oh yeah. They also in the back room. So there's stuff that doesn't make it to the front.
You mentioned
because it's ripped or stained or a little too worn out. And so we have a whole back room full of bags and bins that are half price, so it's $3.49 a pound. So yeah, like you were saying, people who know how to mend things or have projects
want to make their own stuff,
want to recycle, upcycle the clothing. Yeah, it's great. And we've had quite a few people in so far. But we just opened a little while ago, so people are still finding out about it.
Well, hopefully people will hear about this. I've got a few dedicated listeners, and I know that they'll be interested because it's definitely goes in the idea of environmentalism and community activism, stuff like that a lot of our listeners are really invested in. And I know I just got a sewing machine. I know how to use it, but I have to get a power cord for it because it's probably about 80 years old.
Nice.
So I got to find a power cord for it, make sure it still works. Once that happens, I'm going to have a lot of fun fixing up and repairing things, and maybe I'll try making something. We'll see how it goes.
Lots of extra clothing, lots of fabrics you can get into here.
Yeah, I'm excited to take a look at some of that in the next few days and stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for having the time to chat with me. We were here after you guys are closed, and you stayed late for me, and I really appreciate it. Was there anything you wanted to talk about more? Anything you wanted to showcase, or?
I mean, yeah. I wanted to tell you that there's great sewing machine repair places in Ottawa.
Yeah, I've seen.
You should go and find them. I love sewing machine technology. It's super fun.
I got one of those light blue Singers from, I'm guessing, the 1950s.
Ooh, beauty.
It was in the garbage next to my house, and it seems to be in perfect condition.
I'm sure you'll be able to find a plug somewhere online if you put your feelers out there.
I made a post on a Mastodon, and immediately that was probably one of my highest engagement posts in months because everybody had a link to tell me where you can buy it here, you can buy it here, you can buy it here.
Nice. Oh, that's great.
It's so cool to see somebody else on Mastodon. We have a Mastodon presence.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. A business Mastodon page we're almost at 100 followers.
Nice.
We would like to be free of the other ones, but unfortunately, they're working right now for getting the word out. But maybe one day, when we don't need that to survive, we can,
It seems a lot less toxic and a lot more community oriented on there, I find.
Mastodon, for sure.
A lot of my communities are more in the tech scene, and some of them worked at Carleton or are retired now and stuff like that. And it's really it's fun to find people that know more about stuff that you're interested in than you do, because there's always fun things to learn. And
Right.
I'm gonna have to come back here when you're open and take a look around stuff. And it's definitely my new favorite space for finding clothes.
Yay.
I haven't purchased any new clothes in several years.
That's great.
And I've kind of gone away from buying clothes at Value Village because now they're about the same price.
I know, they're expensive. I used to be, when I was in college, I would get a shopping cart full, t-shirts were $2, everything, dresses were $2 back then too, and it was, and we preferred going to there was actually it was the Salvation Army, but it was by the pound, and it was 99 cents a pound. You had to really dig, it was nasty, but it was so cheap, and I've been thrifting my whole adult life, so
I live over near Haringate, and there's the Value Village, and the Thrift Salvation Army across from each other. I found a few good things at each spot, but it's not like I'm used to.
Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. It's a real shame, but that's why we're just trying to keep our prices just low enough that we just don't want to go there. We don't want to be known as that kind of place.
Yeah.
But that said, curated vintage stores have, and this is not including Value Village, but the cute little vintage stores around here that are curated. Their prices are high, but they're hand-picked, they're washed, they are mended if they need to be mended. You know, like, there's a reason these other places, you know, some of the prices are a bit higher. And, you know, you don't have to, like, dig. You know,
They're
put as
quality
much work.
items. They're quality
they're
items,
quality
too.
items. So, yeah.
I
And it's
mentioned my
vintage.
boots that I got there. I paid $100 for these boots, and to buy a pair of used boots for $100 was completely unheard of for me. I'm used to paying, I don't know, $20,
Yeah.
maybe $50 new.
Yeah.
Well, then I went and looked online afterwards, and they retail for $700.
Jeez. And
So-
they'll last you for years and
Yeah,
years, right?
yeah,
That's the
it's-
thing. If you get stuff that will last, yeah,
Stuff that's well made. yeah.
exactly. The price is worth it. Yeah, I agree.
Well, this has been great. I'm very happy to have come in and seen you guys a few
Thanks
months
for
ago now.
coming
But
in. Yeah.
I'm happy to see that you're still here and doing all right. And I'm hoping that this will bring more people into the shop, and we'll see you here for years to come.
Yeah, thanks, Nathaniel.
Right on.
If anybody wants to follow you on social media, you mentioned you had Mastodon. How do they get a hold of you or anything like that?
Yeah, so it's ottawa.place /at Lainey's Luck.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget the Mastodon.
It's on our website, though.
Yeah, it's on our website, which is Lainey's Luck.
Laineysluck.ca. LAINEYS luck.ca.
And you're at 523 Bank Street in Ottawa,
Yes.
just north of the 417.
Yes.
Where would people park if they were going to come here by car?
We do have a couple spots in the back of
Okay.
the building. They're free to use. You have to get there, but at 217 Catherine is
Yeah.
the address to get to the parking.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
a little tricky to get to.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's
there's
all
also
one
street
ways.
parking in the area. So,
Personally, I use the bus, but as you can see,
Yeah.
sometimes it's if you don't plan your trip just right, you end up
yeah.
15, 20 minutes late.
And now that it's spring, we have the bike racks back right in front if you're biking here.
Okay.
Yeah, they took them away for the winter, which I'm not very happy about.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to the city about it. But because, you know, there's other types of bike racks that they can install here, but we have some now. They're right in front.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so much again. It was great to chat with you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
thanks.